Okay, welcome to my first video on this channel. This is very much a self-improvement based channel. You could probably tell from the title. Anyway, I'm here to help you guys on your journeys, and obviously I'm progressing as well, so take you through my journey, and I will basically be teaching you my lessons as I go forward with my journey through PowerPoints, because I like this format. It's a nice format. It's just easy to follow. I can just see it, read from it. You guys can see it, read from it. And then obviously you can come back, after the video and just go through it yourself. So yeah, let's get on to it. So the topic of my first video today is tiny changes that you can make today, which will make a huge difference going forward in time. What if I told you that right now there were tiny changes that you can make at this second that going forward will significantly improve your quality of life? They genuinely will. Tried and tested. I'm here. I've done them. They've improved my life in quite a significant way. The compound effect. You might not have heard of this concept, but it's basically tiny changes over time will compound. So let's say you do 20 push-ups, right? And every week you increase that push-up amount by 1. You do 20 push-ups every single day, but every week that you add 1 push-up. By the end of a year, you'll be able to do 72 push-ups in a row if you do that consistently. That might be a tip for you guys if you guys, want to increase your pull-ups or push-ups or whatever you do. Try that method because it genuinely does help. Yeah, go ahead with that. Do what you want. Yeah, in this guide, there are 3 sections to this. So there's going to be mental health, hygiene, and technology. I've kind of just split them up and put stuff into each section depending on why I think it applies most. I've actually got timestamps in the video, so go ahead and do what you want, of course. As I say, there are things that you can genuinely implement right after watching this, that you genuinely can implement them as soon as you finish watching this or as you're watching it. But I preferred that you actually watch the video all the way through and then come back to it for the sake of your attention span. Anyway, so section 1, mental health. Let's get into it. So make your bed is a very interesting one. You probably heard a lot of people say this. People like Jordan Peterson, David Goggins, they preach this pretty hard. And the reason why is because it builds consistency and it builds discipline. So every single morning, if you wake up and you make your bed, well, that's consistency. It's a very small thing to do. It takes a couple minutes max. And it builds discipline as well because you're getting into the habit of doing something every single day. You might wake up one day feeling really groggy. Oh, I've only got like 4 hours sleep one night. It is what it is. And you don't really want to do it. You want to just stay in bed. You don't want to get up. But if you get out of bed and you make your bed look nice every single day, it makes a big impact long term. It genuinely will. As I say, it takes a couple minutes max. You have no excuses. You really don't. So the next one is clean your room a little bit every day. You may have been in a scenario where your room is very messy and it's going to take a long time to clean it. I've definitely been in that scenario where your room's an absolute fucking mess. You're not sure how long it's going to take. You start cleaning, you're about half an hour in, and you think to yourself, oh god, this is going to take forever. This is a terrible... How can I have gotten to this point where I have to take several hours just to clean my fucking room? But this can be avoided. It can be avoided, and this is how. Literally just spend a few minutes every single day organizing your room, cleaning your room, sorting stuff out. Literally a few minutes. You can do this right after you make your bed. Basically, there's a concept called habit stacking, which I think comes up next, where you do a habit right after doing another habit. So in this case, once you've made your bed, wouldn't it make sense to maybe organize your room a bit? Because you're already in your room, so you might as well make that 2 habits that you do. So yeah, the concept of habit stacking is from the book Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it already, I definitely recommend you read it. It is a lifesaver, honestly. Clean your room a little bit every single day if it is a mess. Even if it isn't really a mess, there's things that you can change around and organize just to make your room even that bit cleaner. Okay, so next up is wake up naturally. So a lot of you may have an alarm. I have an alarm personally, but we're going to get onto that in a second. But we are not made to be woken up by alarms. Back in the day, do you think people were being woken up by alarms? No, they were being woken up by the animals. They were being woken up by tigers about to eat their entire family. So they had to wake up and they had to kill that tiger. That would be their lunch. It's not good for you to wake up by an alarm, basically. You need to wake up naturally. And it's especially bad if you're in deep sleep. So if you're in REM sleep, which is the deep... There's basically 4 stages of sleep. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but there's 4 stages of sleep. The deepest sleep... Stage 4 sleep is REM sleep, rapid eye movement, that's what it stands for. So your eyes are like rapidly moving when you're in your deepest sleep. And if you wake up from that, you feel like wake up feeling really groggy, really tired still, you were probably in REM sleep. And if you wake up from like a dream, you were in REM sleep. So if you can, invest in a sleep lamp. So a lamp that basically lights up on you at the time that you want to wake up. They are a bit pricey, so if you don't have too much money, then I would definitely just go with the method that I use. But if you can, invest in one for sure. But what you want is to have a consistent wake up pattern, so you wake up at the same time every single day, and obviously go to the sleep at basically the same time every single day. Ignore what you loser friends say. I've got people who tell me like, oh, you have a bedtime. Like, shut up. I'm the one getting good sleep. I'm the one feeling energized every single day. I pop out of bed, I'm ready to work. What are you doing? You're eating your fucking fast food. That's what I thought, mate. Anyway, over time though, your body will adapt to this sleep pattern. So you're going to the bed every single night at the same time, and then you waking up the same time every single day. So it'll adapt to that, and then you'll just kind of naturally wake up. That's what has happened to me. I literally naturally wake up at the same time pretty much every single day now, which I'm super lucky to be in that position. But it came through consistency. Every single day I wake up at the same time. Right, you need to do the same if you expect to see real change. But what I would say is you set an alarm for the latest time that you can wake up. So what I would do is set a 30-minute window in which you want to wake up in. So for example, 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. that's when you want to wake up between, because you want to start your day from 7 a.m. So you want to wake up between 6:30 and 7. So you want to set your alarm for 7 a.m. because that's the latest time that you want to wake up in order to still get up and do stuff on time. Do you get what I mean? So set an alarm again for the latest time. So in this scenario, it would be 7 a.m. But you want to ideally wake up between 6:30 and 7 a.m. But as I say, if you can invest in a sleep lamp, it's definitely probably a good investment. Okay, the next one is smile. Smile more, simple as. It's shown to improve your mood in general, and just it genuinely makes you happier when you smile more. It makes sense when you think about it. Like, the more you smile, the happier you'll be. It's all psychological, and the less you smile, the less happy you'll be. Like, literally, it's just how it works. It does feel weird to do. I understand that. You might be thinking, why the fuck would I just sit here and smile? What the hell? But would you rather feel weird for a few minutes of the day or have shit mental health? Which would you rather have? Let's be honest. And also, being uncomfortable, it's a good thing. It is a good thing. No matter what scenario it is, if you're uncomfortable, obviously there's exceptions, I know that. But as I say, every single time you're in front of a mirror is actually a good time to do it. Or even do it after you've done your other habits. So, you know, when you've made your bed and you've cleaned your room a bit, as I said before, right after that, just smile. Literally for a minute, just sit there and smile. Just look around your room. Think about how grateful you are to have a bedroom. You know what I mean? Some people don't have a bedroom. So, you know, as I say, nice little morning routine for you. I've literally given you a free morning routine. You should thank me. The next one is actually the first supplement on the list. There's only 2 supplements. I'm not going to stack in loads of supplements into this fucking video. But the first is take creatine. So, creatine is super cheap. Improves mental and physical performance. It makes your muscles look bigger. Basically, it absorbs more water into the body. It makes your muscles look bigger because obviously your muscles are made of water. So if you take creatine, you drink a lot of water, your muscles are going to look bigger, simple as. There's no side effects. From all the research, there's genuinely no side effects. Don't listen to these doctors. Oh, it'll make your hair fall out. It's not going to make your fucking hair fall out. You're fine. Look at, mate, I've got a fucking full head of hair. I've been taking this shit for a fucking long time. I'm good. It's not going to make your hair fall out. Don't worry. And also, but even if your hair did fall out and you were jacked at that point from taking it, I mean, you're jacked and you're bald, so what's the fucking issue? But yeah, for this to actually work, obviously you need to work out consistently, and you need to drink plenty of water, at least 3 liters a day, if you're working out consistently, which you should be, obviously. No reason not to take it. Super cheap. Buy it online. It might cost a little bit of money, but it's going to last you a long time, so long-term investment-wise, it's worth it. The next supplement is vitamin D. So, you don't get enough sunlight. You simply don't. If you live in the UK like me, you're genuinely not getting enough sunlight. You're just not. Just because of the weather. It's not your fault, it's the fucking weather. But also, you might not be getting outside enough. But anyway, I digress. You know, there's some people who say, like, oh, you don't need supplements. Oh, you can get all the stuff from food and going outside. Like, at the end of the day, there's certain things which are vital to your body that you just can't get from a diet. Take a vitamin D supplement, and creatine as well applies to this as well. You're not getting enough creatine from food, so you have to take it. But yeah, we need vitamin D to function at our best. You do. It also improves testosterone. It doesn't necessarily increase testosterone, but what it does do is prevent you from lowering your testosterone, which I guess in a way it technically does increase it if you're not having enough. Anyway, I digress again. So yeah, every single day take 4,000 IU with your first and last meal. It might sound like a high dose. You might do your research and find that people might say like, oh yeah, only take like 400 IU. Like, that's bullshit. That's that's literally nothing. It absorbs the best with food. So don't take it fasted, which I did for a long time, to be honest, but I've started taking it with food. I got the picture of this certain brand in general just because it's the one I bought. Now, the same goes for like anything that comes up. I've got this vitamin D brand, as you can see, the one on screen. It's literally just a little tablet. Fucking easy to swallow, you know, no biggie. So this next one is for the guys who still live at home. Do your chores. Do your chores, especially if you don't pay any rent. The least you could do is do some chores around the house. You might as well. It will improve your mood and your work ethic and your discipline. You're getting stuff done around the house without anyone asking you to. You're just doing it because work. And yeah, doing it consistently improves discipline, obviously. And you'll feel good about yourself for helping around the house that you live in. Your parent or your parents, whoever you live with, they will see the stuff you're doing around the house that you're helping out, and they'll be really happy about that. They'll be really happy to see that, especially if they haven't asked you. So yeah, just get on it, boys. Don't think, oh, it's a feminine thing to do. Shut up. Alright. It's a nice thing to do, as I said. Okay, this moves on to section 2, which is hygiene. This picture has someone taking sanitizer. Don't use sanitizer. It's pretty bad for testosterone, I'm pretty sure, so don't do that. It's just a picture that came up. Anyway, the first is dental floss. So, brushing your teeth doesn't do the full job. It doesn't do the full job, unfortunately. We wish it did, but it doesn't. Brushing your teeth can't always get the tiny bits of plaque between your teeth. It's unfortunate, but there you go. Yeah, as I said, there's stuff between your teeth that you can't see, which the toothbrush just isn't going to reach, unfortunately. And you don't want to be in the scenario where, you know, you smile and then someone's like, oh, you got a bit of food in your teeth, you know. We've been there. We've done it. It's not nice. So, it's super cheap to buy floss online. I've got the floss packs on the screen. I will grab it now to prove that I am not a liar. There you go. Floss sticks. 100 floss sticks. They literally cost a few quid. 100. So use one a day. Last year with 3 months, mate, so you're fine. Yeah, again, start using them every single day after each meal. Spend a minute using it after every meal, you know. Or obviously, like, if you can't really use it after every meal because you're out or whatever, use it at the end of the day. Doesn't really matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter when you use it, just use it every single day. The next thing is no shampoo. So this might surprise some people. Like, oh, what the fuck? I shampoo like every single day. I used to shampoo every single day. Don't do that. You stop doing that right now. But yeah, I've stopped using shampoo ever since July last year. The last time I used it, I was on holiday and I was in a pool with a bunch of chlorine and my hair just got nasty. I had to wash it. I just had to, okay? That's an exception. Yeah, as I say, I actually got more compliments about my hair ever since. To be fair, I've grown it out and stuff as well, which for me just kind of suits me more, I guess. Maybe you think otherwise, I don't know. But yeah, shampoo strips your hair of your natural oils. It's not a good thing. Your hair needs those natural oils. So just, yeah, it's literally simple. Stop using it and just wash your hair with water. Especially cold water is meant to be a lot better for your hair. Taking cold showers is good as well. But you will go through a period of having greasy hair. It just is what it is. Just accept it for now. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. It happened with me. But at the end of the day, who cares? Like, for a few weeks, you might have greasy hair. It is what it is. Move on. Accept it. So next is perfume. So if you don't use perfume already, if you don't have like your unique scent that you use, you're missing out. So I have a pretty cheap one. It's nothing special. Ted Baker London. It's a taller one than there. I've got a smaller one, but Ted Baker London. It smells really great, to be honest. It smells lovely. That's my little unique scent. You can do your research. You can make it as unique as you want. But what I like to think with perfume when taking it is like, imagine that people think of you when they smell a specific scent. They think of you when they smell that scent. And it's just a nice feeling to know that, you know, people thinking of you. Anyway, also it makes you smell good. So there's that as well. You can get some cheap ones online. As I say, you can buy this one if you want. Do what you want. But yeah, do your own research if you wish. But I'd say just go onto any website. Just find a nice cheap one that's got good reviews and get that. Next up is brush your tongue. So, just brushing your teeth doesn't remove the stench from your breath. You might, you know, have the nicest mint toothpaste, whatever, all that jazz. You might have it. Still doesn't mean your breath's not going to stink. There's people who brush their teeth 3 times a day and their breath still reeks, okay? Brush your tongue after you brush your teeth, simple. Just do it after you brush your teeth. That's literally the easiest time to do it. I presume you would have done that anyway. When you're brushing your tongue, go as far back as you can, because obviously further back is like where all the nasty stench is coming from. Obviously, don't do it to the point where you vomit. A lot of people, like, they'll do it to the point where they vomit and they just keep on vomiting all the time. It's like, mate, stop going so far back. If you feel yourself about to vomit, stop. Obviously, I'm not promoting you fucking throw up. Just go as far back as you can, and over time, you'll probably be able to go a bit further back. It's kind of sus that you're improving your gag reflex here. It's a bit sus, but you want bad breath. You don't, exactly. So, next up is chew more gum. So, if you don't already, get into the habit of chewing a lot of gum. A lot of gum. If you can, chew a pack a day. Genuinely chew a pack a day if you can. Again, it's great for your teeth health. It's good for chewing. It improves your breath as well, so it makes your breath smell good. It improves your jaw as well. You're obviously chewing gum a lot. It's good, especially nowadays when we have less solid foods. It's more soft foods everywhere. It's a lot better to, again, chew. So, and it improves your jaw, obviously, as I said. Obviously, you only get sugar-free gum. It says obviously here sugar-free. Don't get the sugary gum, especially if you're cutting or whatever you're doing. Don't get sugar-filled gum. It's not good for your health. Sugar's not good for you, is it? So, yeah. Also get mastic gum. So this picture here is natural mastic. It's meant to be mastic gum. Mastic gum is much tougher than regular gum. So I've got a packet here. Mastic gum. Basically, it's like normal gum, but it has a bit of a weird taste at first, but it will just go away over time, and it genuinely improves your jaw. It genuinely does like improve your facial attractiveness in a sense. So definitely get some mastic gum. It will improve your jaw. Like it will make it look nicer. So do that. Next up relates to the last one really, nose breathing. So if you look at this picture, it really tells you all you need to know, doesn't it? Look at this. Look at a mouth breather. Look at how they look. And then look at a nose breather. Look how beautiful that facial structure is. So much better than the fucking mouth breather. You know what I mean? It's you know a mouth breather when you see them. They've got like the really inward face. Like mine's more out obviously, but like if it goes inward, it just doesn't look good. The nose looks a bit dodgy as well. It just messes up your face. Don't mouth breathe. Also, when you mouth breathe and people see you mouth breathing, you've heard the stereotype, right, of like, oh, it's such a mouth breather. Like, it's not an attractive trait. It's really not. Unless you've got some kind of nose impairment thing going on where you have to breathe through your mouth. Okay, that's an exception. Okay, but I assume you're not an exception. So, nose breathe. Get into the habit if you're not doing it already. It may take a while to really get into the habit of doing so if you're a consistent mouth breather, but it is life-changing. Just look at this picture. Do you want to look more like the left or the right? That's all you have to ask yourself at this point. You want to also mew. So it's not just good to mouth breathe, but also want to mew. So you want to have the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Have the tongue on the roof of your mouth and hold it there 24/7, and obviously breathe through your nose at the same time. Well, obviously not 24/7, but like as often as you can. But also to actually maximize the effects of this, you want to tape your mouth closed while you're sleeping, which to some people might be like, what the fuck, why would I do that? But you're sleeping 8 hours a night. Well, I hope you are if you're getting good sleep. You're sleeping, that's 8 hours a day that you could be improving your facial structure and looking more attractive, that you're missing out on. Especially if you find that you mouth breathe during the night, which I found that I do a lot. What you need to do is get some medical tape. So get some tape and put it over your mouth, but it gets you into the habit of like having your mouth closed during the night. And over time, you'll find that the tape won't come off. At first, it probably will come off. Over time, though, it will stop coming off. And that's when you'll know, like, okay, it's starting to work. So, yeah, get on that. Okay, so section 3 is technology. I don't really know why this picture's here. But, anyway. Yeah, so quick mention. I will make an in-depth, like, screen time video at some point soon. But just here's some of the basics. So, firstly, turn off your notifications. 99% of your notifications are a distraction. Simple as, they bring no benefit. Yeah, turn off all your notifications. Now the exception can be like WhatsApp and iMessage. I'd say like they're literally the only ones. Don't go around doing any of the others. Like keep them all off. I only say WhatsApp and iMessage in case of like an emergency where someone texts you and like needs you urgently or whatever. But if that never happens to you, which never really happens to me, then just turn it off. But yeah, obviously this is just an obvious thing. Like don't use your phone during work hours. If you have your phone next to you while you're working, stop. It's a massive coat for habit there. There's no reason to have your phone next to you while you're working. I remember being in a group chat back in the day, and then someone was complaining that they couldn't focus because we were messaging in the group chat too much. I'm like, mate, why do you have it next to you in the first place? What are you doing? Stupid argument. Anyway, you want to be choosing what you see when you open your phone. You don't want to be letting the phone dictate your actions. You want to be choosing your actions. You want to be in control. If you have all these notifications on your face every single time you open your phone, you get distracted so easily. And your phone is dictating your actions. You're not choosing what to do. You ever find yourself like you go onto an app and you're like, wait, why did I go onto this? I was meant to do something else. You're trying to do one thing and then you end up doing something else. That's literally what this is. So there. Also, put a screen time widget on your phone. Your screen time is probably way higher than it should be. Way higher than it could be if you really put in these habits to reduce your screen time. So have your screen time visible whenever you unlock your phone, so you can't avoid it. Like whenever you open your phone, it will literally be there, bold. You can see it. It's in your face. It might be 6-8 hours. Jesus Christ, I'm a degenerate. It will make you realize, and you'll want to use your phone less. So all you need to do this is hold down your home screen, then tap the plus icon that's in the top right, and then search screen time into the search bar that comes up, and then add a screen time widget. Add the largest one in my opinion, especially if your screen time's pretty high, just because it'll be in your face and it'll be so much easier to stop going on your phone so much. And yeah, you're less likely to just spend so much hours on your phone when you can actually see it every single time you open it. And this is the final one. So remove your YouTube recommendations. So you might find that when you open YouTube, you might get distracted by the homepage all the time, like a lot, and it's a big problem for a lot of people. But there is a way to stop this. There is a Chrome extension that you can get to remove this problem. So you want to search on, your search browser, remove YouTube recommendations Chrome extension. You can add it to Chrome as an extension, and boom, you'll find that when you go onto YouTube, the recommendations are gone. Obviously, you need to make sure that the extension is actually turned on. There is like a turn on button for it, but yeah. And then from now on, when you go onto YouTube, you won't be distracted by all these recommended Mr. Beast, all this jazz. It won't be there anymore. And yeah, that's it. As I say, do these consistently. Consistently is a key word here. You actually have to do them like often. Like you will see significant betterment in your life over time. As I say, don't just listen to this video, actually take action. Don't just watch this video and be like, oh, that's cool anyway, and then just go fucking back to your fucking degenerate phases, whatever. But as I say, thank you so much for watching the video anyway. If you stuck around till the end, I really appreciate it. And yeah, as I say, just take action right now. Don't mess about. Literally stop watching this video. Why are you even still here? Just take action.